Yo, this is Ooday, No Equal. We on Anthem Live. Tune in.
Amp me up, never turn me down. This is strictly for the coach. Trill.
It's your girl Antonia. We out here Amped Up Live with a special guest, Ooday in the building.
What's up? What's up?
What's good, Ooday? What's good?
Ain't nothing much, man. Chilling.
I see. You got a project coming out.
Yes.
Talk to me. What's going on?
Pleasure's All Mine actually came out already. I released it on May 15th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that joint is dope, man. Definitely go check that out. 7 tracks. It's digestible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Newburgh, New York.
Wow. So that's a little bit up north, upstate from
Yeah,
here, right?
yeah.
How far is that?
It's like what, hour and a half.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. Ain't
So how
that
does
deep.
that work? How's the music scene there upstate?
There's a lot of people doing their thing out there. It's just like everywhere else, you got drill music, you got people doing R&B, you got all types of shit going on. Same shit everywhere.
Right. So how did you get into the music scene?
Well, I always was doing music, but when I came home, I just took it serious. So I just, you know what I mean, I really dumped into it, and it was me and my whole No Equal crew, and we just started really getting into it like heavy. Putting out just singles and doing little videos, and then it kind of just dwindled down to me alone. So then I just started doing my own thing, you know what I mean? But it's still No Equal though.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. So you said you came home. You obviously were you locked up?
Yeah. I was locked up for a little bit.
How long?
I was locked up for almost 4 years.
Gosh. What did you do?
I
Tell
don't want to embarrass myself like that, but
okay.
it was a robbery. Yeah, so.
Okay. So how were you able to cope, behind, bars with that?
Um,
Forward? 'Cause
I
was
don't
asking
know.
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, once you there, you gotta do it. It ain't really too much to it. You know what I mean? You gotta until that time go by, you in there.
Right. Were you, doing your thing before that? Like, were you thinking about doing music?
Nah, I was like I said, music was always a hobby, so I always like knew how to rap, but I was never like actually doing it.
Right.
It didn't before I got locked up. It didn't even seem like accessible, like getting videos done. Like it wasn't the music scene wasn't like how it is now, where like everybody could just do their thing and everything is accessible. It wasn't like that. So
Tell me about No Equal. What is that?
that actually my uncle started that while I was locked up, and it was just something he was doing with shirts. And then when I came home, and I was like, "Yo, I'm trying to do this rap shit." Then we just turned that into the music, turned No Equal into the gang, and you know what I mean. Then that's just what it became.
As an artist, what artists like really inspired you to, or to this day?
There's so many, man. Definitely Hov. That's my favorite rapper. But definitely Drake, Tory, Meek. All the names. You know what I mean. But it's definitely people that's in my area too. That's inspiring. You know what I mean. So my boy the one I started rapping with, his name Flex. He dope as hell. Marley G's. But yeah, there's a lot of people that I pick up something from everybody. I'm a learner, so yeah.
Do you ever find yourself coming across a little challenge, especially trying to break out or get into the scene?
Yeah, you talking about like getting into the music industry scene?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going through the challenge, like so.
What are some challenges you face?
Producer. That's to me. That's like
Getting your music produced, or
no, like having somebody that can make some dope beats. Cause like most of my beats, I just find them on YouTube, and I pay for them and so on and so on. But it could take so long to find a beat. It's just crazy. It'd be 2 weeks sometimes just to find one beat. Like I know what type of song I want to make, and it'd take 2 weeks just to find a beat to accommodate that kind of song. You know what I mean? A good one anyway. But you got a good producer. They hit the keyboards and they do their thing, and you know what I mean. So that's definitely a challenge. And then the other challenge coming from a small city is just networking, because everybody knows the same people. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like I said, my man came across you just because he was probably searching, you know what I mean? And he liked what he found. But within Newburgh, it's just a small knit community, so it's harder to network, you know what I mean?
How do you get into your element when you're making music?
Um,
Because Because I know you obviously try to find the beat. Like, what?
Mm-hmm. That's a good question. I really don't know. Like, I feel like I get inspired before I even go into it. Cause I never go in the studio like without inspiration. Like, so soon as once I go in there, I already like know what I'm kind of looking for, and I probably was listening to something, and I'm like, yo, I gotta hit the studio. Like, I probably was listening to somebody music, somebody project, some new song that came out that I really liked that, you know what I mean, resonated with me, and then I just go in there already inspired, you know what I mean? So,
That's what's up. That's cool. I want to talk more about your project.
uh,
Now, tell me a few songs on there that you know.
you got F What You Heard. That's the intro, and it's basically like, you know what I mean, it is what the title is. It's like F What You Heard, like this is it, and F What You Heard about me, whatever. Like
Right.
this what I'm doing, you know what I mean?
Why
So
did you want to do that?
because it's always some shit being said about somebody, about everybody, you know what I mean? So I just felt like that was just something that everybody could latch on to, you know what I mean? Like if you just pay attention to social media, you always hear people talking about, oh, I don't care if somebody said this, I'm doing this and doing that. So that's kind of what that song was like. I don't care if somebody said this about me or this about you. I'm doing my thing. You should do yours. You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah.
So, what's another track of yours that you kind of favor on your project?
I usually like the more like artistic ones. Like rapping to me is like kind of easy, so I like the ones where is like more than just rap. Like so, I would say "Tripping" is one of my favorite joints on there, and "What's Love," all the ones like for the females. I like those are the ones I would be liking more because it take a little more creativity and just like
Tell me about tripping.
"Tripping" is just like it's different. It ain't just like a rap song. It's like it's a mood, it's a vibe. So it's just like is that's why I like it more because it's like it's real. Is a time and a place for it. It's not just like yo, just play this. Like it don't work everywhere. It work better in a certain mood. So.
Can you give me a few bars of that?
Oh man.
Let's hear it. Come on.
Yeah, you always trying to put me on the spot, man.
Let's do it.
So you ain't for the bar still?
I want to hear it.
Alright, the hook's like, I know I said that I wouldn't be tripping. I tried, I lied, you just different. Alright, I'll die for your friendship. Your love got me going to the distance. And it just keep on going like that, you know what I mean? I can't give you.
How do you get in your element to, you know?
I don't know. I mean, the beat is what I just do what the beat say. Like when I find a good beat, I don't try to force what I want it to be. I just, you know what I mean? I just find a beat and I feel like this beat is telling me to do this. So more than me just saying, oh, I'm gonna make this song and this beat. Like, you know what I mean? I listen to the beat and I be like, yeah, this is what I would want to hear on it. And then I try to make that effect, you know what I mean?
What does Ooday mean?
Ooday is just literally something I just made up. Like I wanted to. Everybody call me Streets, but I just felt like that name was just so common that I ain't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't want to use that name. That's why I don't use it.
Why Ooday? What does that mean?
Because it was ooh, like that's the reaction I wanted. My name's Daquan, so I just put them two together. Yeah, yeah. You see.
Okay. Being now that you're here, you know, in the industry, getting out there, further down the line, where do you see yourself taking, you know, your music or your business to the next level?
Um,
Or how do you see yourself?
I don't know. I be in and out of it sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna act like I just like this. This ain't the end all be all for me. You know what I mean? Like music is not like it's not like oh I gotta make it in this and whatever. Like because I got other things going for myself too. But music is definitely my passion though. So it's definitely something I'm always gonna do. Like regardless of everything else panning out, I'm still gonna do music. So you know, I'm just letting it take me wherever it take me. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I go harder than other times, and you know what I mean. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm always gonna make music. I'm always gonna put music out. So because it's really a passion. So
As an artist, how is it, you know, your communication with other artists?
I need to work on that.
This is a reflection now for you.
Man.
What is your
Um,
weakness in that?
Nah, I wanna say it's a weakness is that I don't know. I just feel like maybe I just feel like everybody else is like stuck into the dimension of like sameness. Like I said, I like more artistic, and I don't. It's just like if we ain't collabing and make something special, I don't want to. And I'm a little bit controlling when it comes to music. Like so, I kind of want to be the person on the hook. Like I wanna be like the overwhelming or yeah, you know what I mean? Like I definitely but if somebody come to me and they got a song that I like, I automatically like when it comes to collabing, I automatically wanna just like the track and just automatically just think like what would I be saying on this track? Like I don't wanna like just force it just because, we said we gonna work together and then you send me a song I probably don't really like or maybe I do like it, it's just don't not my style and then I just gotta do something to it just cause like that's why it's kind of hard for me to collab with people.
Well, I've seen your work, and you have great work, like from quality visuals, everything.
Thank
Everything's
you,
clean.
thank you.
Like, I can understand why you wanna,
Yeah,
be
yeah,
choosy
yeah,
because this is an investment in your
yeah,
craft, and your craft is you can't take a joke.
definitely.
You definitely wanna put your all into it, so you wanna
Yeah,
make sure that whoever you're collabing is gonna put that same energy, if not more.
yeah, definitely.
Aside of music, where do you see yourself dabbling into, like
Tech.
tech?
Mhm.
Doing what?
Creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow. That's awesome. What makes you
Definitely.
wanna?
I just feel like that's where the money is at. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely in tech. So I'm definitely.
You see yourself
Uh,
staying in New York,
um, I see myself having a place in New York
and then
in
where?
multiple places.
Where?
LA definitely.
Right.
That's
Right. Of course.
yeah. Atlanta perhaps just because I got family down there and
Hmm.
friends and they be wanting me down there a lot. So
Have you made your way down there?
oh yeah, I've been
Good.
to LA plenty of times, Atlanta
Good.
plenty of times.
Good.
Yeah, I be moving around. I need to go down there and like get on the music scene more too.
Yeah.
Like that's where it's at definitely.
Definitely. It definitely is. And once you go there for like a week, you're already making way more connections. Not even more connections, but you're opening up more
Yeah,
doors.
making more meaningful connections
Yeah, for
definitely.
real. Because you're rubbing elbows with people that are already in that industry or
Hmm
trying to get into there as well.
I was just about to say that they definitely got a more cohesive
Yeah.
yeah community down there. So and the people when they know people, they really be knowing them and like
Yeah.
really could get in their ear and
For
stuff.
sure,
And
for sure, for sure. But
so,
I can see you definitely making moves on there.
hmm
Again, that's what's up. So, what's a typical date for you?
a date.
Date. You
Oh
take your
man,
lady out, or
I ain't been on a date in a long time.
what the heck?
Nah,
Why? What's going on?
I mean, if you just talking about going out to eat and stuff, then
So,
that's.
what's a date to you? Why haven't you
Mm, I don't know, man. I be focused on what I'm doing. Like I don't,
makes sense?
I'm real tunnel vision. I got tunnel vision. So
Right.
like, if it ain't really toward the purpose of
Right.
the bigger picture, then I ain't really trying to do too much of it anyway. You know what I mean?
Tell me about growing up. How was your childhood into adulthood, into
Um, I had a good childhood, man. I ain't really one for sob stories. Like
life?
I had a good childhood. Like I mean, when I was happy as a child. When I look back and I like you know what I mean, and I'm old and I could like analyze things. I see it wasn't as peachy as I thought it was. But
But your
when
parents
I
made
was
sure to
my
not.
parent, yeah,
Right.
yeah, my
Made
mom.
sure. Shout out to your mom.
Shout out to her definitely.
Yes. So she made sure she kept you out from.
Nah, I was into too. I
But
was
I mean,
always
like,
doing.
you wasn't upset. You wasn't a sad
Yeah,
child.
yeah, I wasn't no sad
She
child.
wasn't. She
Definitely,
wasn't like keeping
nah.
you
I was
away.
always happy. Yeah, I was. Even though I was doing bullshit, like I was
That's
a
just
happy
you.
kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. And she, she did her best. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
it wasn't no fault of hers. The bullshit I started doing.
Right. Understandable. Understandable. Who are your top five artists?
Um, in the industry, Drake, Meek. Um, dang, top five, man. Tory. Um, I like J. Cole in them, but it's just I don't know. They not all the way like that.
Right.
I don't even know if I got a top five. I this is dude up and coming right now. I mean, he came up pretty far, but ESTG, he
Right.
dope. He definitely dope. And Lil Durk,
Okay.
yeah.
And all those artists, of all those artists, who's the number one artist you would want to work with?
I mean, considering all things, Drake.
All right,
Yeah.
right. I understand. I get it.
And if not him, Lil Durk, they both like anything they touch is gold right now. So.
Right, right. So you do have fellow artists on your team, No Equal, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're all
Those
from
is
the same area.
yeah, yeah. We all from the same area. We all got 15 plus years in as we've been
Yeah.
down for a minute. Like we
So,
been.
so obviously it is, important to have a crew to get, you
hmm
know, just the cross promoting together as
Yeah,
well.
definitely. It's
And the
definitely
support.
yeah. It's definitely important to have a crew, and my crew is they vicious. Like they'll tell you like yo that shit is whack. Like
And that's really important
yeah,
too.
definitely, and
Yeah.
they'll be the first to tell you like yo that is whack. Like yo, I think you should do this or
And how
do
do you
that.
handle that?
I mean, certain things I never take offense to it. Like certain things I already know that is not the style of music, so I was like I won't even have y'all even judge this. Like, but if y'all do happen to hear it, because I got a home studio.
Oh,
That's
that's
where I work. Yeah,
smart.
so
Smart.
um, if they just happen to hear it, and I know I could tell if they don't like something. Cause like I said, we've been down 15 years, so sometimes I could just be playing shit and they'll be listening to it, and I'll be like, yeah, they ain't really feeling that, but it is what it is. You
But you
know what I
already
mean?
know their energy. You're
Yeah,
just
yeah, and I already know what type of music they like, so it just be like, all right. But then certain shit, I like when I mix shit, I know they gonna like too. I already know, like, yeah, they gonna love this shit right here. You know what I mean?
that's good.
So,
That's good.
but yeah, it's dope. It's dope, man.
For upcoming artists, can you give some advice for anyone that's
Yeah,
trying to make it
definitely. I mean, I ain't making
or
nowhere, but
not even make it, but they trying
to
to
just
get
get
out?
their feet wet,
Yeah.
yeah. Definitely invest in your own studio because you never gonna I mean, most likely if you trying to get your feet wet, you probably ain't got a lot of funds,
Right.
so you don't want to be paying for studio time. You're not gonna be able to see your creative potential
Right.
if you have to pay for a studio all the time because you ain't gonna have that much money. And like I said, like anytime I'm inspired, I could just go in the studio and I could get to it. You know what I mean?
And you
So
record yourself.
I record
Mix.
myself, do it. I mix it just to a level where it's yeah, and then when I'm done with it, I send it out to get
At least you know,
mixed more professionally. Yeah, I know the
to get how to record yourself and get
mm-hmm.
your craft out there.
Yeah, definitely. And early on making music, I was like I was horrible at making music early on, like but
How? What do you mean?
like I was always off beat. I was
Oh.
always I couldn't project my voice that well.
Oh
Like
wow.
as you see, I got a deep voice, but when I was starting, like I could not. My voice wasn't deep. Like it was like
Wow. So
squeaky and
what helped just doing that?
just having my own studio and just constantly recording. Like you know what I
Oh
mean. I just
wow.
got to find my sound more. So
That is very important,
yeah,
obviously.
that's why I said it's definitely important for you to get your own studio so you could find your sound and
Yeah.
see your
I never,
potential creative. You know
I
what I
never
mean?
realized that. That's actually,
Yeah, definitely. Like my man, he always had a good voice. Like first time we started recording, he had it. He had the elements already. Like I had to catch up and get
wow.
better. But I was always good at making songs though.
Right, right.
You know,
Cool. Do you see yourself um, getting into the film industry at all?
if you put me in it.
Coming soon.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna be the no snitching thug.
I got you. I got you.
Uh,
That's so funny. It's, but obviously, I really do enjoy seeing artists act as well because it shows that they can do
mm,
more. And it shows that they want to work and get more exposure.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah.
I definitely wouldn't mind acting. I think I'd be good at it. I'd be acting like I like people that I don't.
What's one of the most embarrassing moments
Embarrassing moments.
you've had? You're not gonna say it, but yeah.
I find myself embarrassed quite often.
Oh gosh. Me
Um,
too. What's going
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Like something embarrassing off the top. Like I don't know. Probably just going back and forth to prison, like on
on?
parole.
Oh
Like
shit.
that's
That's a different.
embarrassing.
That's different. I get that.
Yeah, but Just embarrassing. I don't know, man.
And you're working better for yourself. You're not going to go back to prison ever.
Nah. That was that parole bullshit. It's having you back and forth parole
Facts.
do you dirty, man.
That's like,
That's a trap.
yeah,
That's a trap for
yeah,
sure.
legitimately.
Yeah, they definitely don't. But yeah, nah. Honestly, I really don't find myself embarrassed that much.
Probably
I
because you're
don't.
comfortable with yourself
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was gonna say. Like I'm comfortable with myself. Like I don't. If I am embarrassed, like I'll be like, yo, I'm embarrassed, and you know what I mean. I'll just say it like, yo, nah, I'm mad embarrassed, and then I'll be like, you know what I mean. I already understand like people. You only got people attention for so long, and I don't care what it is, good or bad. Like if you did some dumb shit, it's somebody else about to do some dumb shit next 2 days. It's gonna be their turn. You know what I mean. So, and if you did some good shit, somebody else gonna do some shit.
You're damn right.
It's the same thing with music. Like you could put out a nice project. That's what the attention span is short now. So you put out a good song. Is that you only gonna have your time for so long? You know what I mean. So that's why it's definitely important to stay relevant. You know what I mean. But
What do you want people to remember you as?
as creative as a artist, not a rapper, like an artist, like you know what I mean. But yeah,
Growing up, what artists did you see yourself
Jay Z,
driving? Yeah,
Jay Z, man, it was Jay Z.
Jay Z all day.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Jay Z is my dude. Man. I don't even remember even liking too many other. I like the Jada Styles. You know what I mean. Definitely New York rap. Max B. That was my
Right,
dude.
right.
That was my dude. Dipset. All that New York shit, man. I loved all that shit. So
So I know, people are checking you out music wise. You're independent, right? You're not signed. And I'm sure, it's coming. Who would you see yourself signing to?
um,
On which label?
I like I like CMG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the people that I just see moving, like doing things. You know what I mean? So, and I like the characters behind those people. You know
Mess
what I
with Yo
mean?
Gotti.
Yeah, Yo
Something with
Gotti.
Snoop Dogg on that.
I think he got.
Split.
Yeah. I think he got
Lil
joint.
Baby.
Yeah, people like
Scorpio. I think
yeah,
Scorpio.
Lil Baby, Yo Gotti, Gucci
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
There's a few of them that like they actually do for their artists. You know what I mean? Like
I heard
they,
that.
yeah. So
And how
and
important is that, you feel?
that is the most important because there's a lot of artists that got labels and they got a ton of people signed that you don't even hear about at all. You know what I mean? Like they just get them up there, they shelf them basically because at the end of the day they always gotta put money into the artist that's bigger because you gotta get a bigger return.
Right, right, right.
So I want to definitely go with somebody that I feel like it got to be off of character more than music. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. If they just signing you off music, like I said, music come and go. But when it's character, like they like who you is and you like who they are, then it's a better relationship. You know what I mean? So now I could count on your word instead of like we just dealing with each other on some music. When it's I could count on your word if you saying yo I'm doing my best to make sure you successful. You know what I mean? Or that your music is heard at least. Then I know by your character that I could trust that. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So
It makes sense. It
yeah, I
makes a lot of
definitely
sense.
yeah definitely CMG them dudes is moving.
Mm.
And I'm not in the industry. This is just what I'm seeing from.
Right.
You know what I mean? I watch interviews and you know what I mean. So
Right, right, right.
Young Thug, he another dude.
Go ahead,
You
tell
could
me
just
more.
tell because a lot of people in their success stories they'll mention these dudes like,
Yeah.
yeah, before I was anybody big, they just was like hometown heroes, and these dudes was working with them when they
Mm-hmm.
before they had the mass following
Right.
so you hear these people and all these people that's all these rappers coming up. I just pay attention to who is in a success story when they telling it when they actually get to a
Right.
bigger platform, and those be the dudes I be wanting to work with because I see they got integrity. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So.
What's an advice someone has given you that you've taken with you?
Wow. It's really I have so many, but I really cannot think of
Just in
one
that
right now.
moment, it's like,
Yeah,
well,
like
what's some
I
advice you would
got
give to someone, or a message you want to leave behind?
F what you heard, like, you know what I mean? Like, F what you heard, like, fuck what people saying about you. Or another thing that's, it's not really a quote or nothing, but it's just like, don't play into other people's fears or whatever the hell you doing. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's always way more ways to fail than it is to succeed. So it's like, just do whatever you feel like you gotta do. Like, I don't care what it is, do what you gotta do. Cause like I said, people could tell you a million reasons why it's gonna fail. I could tell you a successful company, and I could tell you why it shouldn't even have been successful, and here it is now, and it's doing great. You know what I mean? Like, so, and like I said, I'm in tech, so I the same how I do rappers, I do the same thing with like tech people, like people that made Airbnb, Twitter, all that. I done looked them up, looked up their success stories, looked up how they got they startup money, seed money, all that stuff. So, and a lot of this stuff, like, I be looking like, damn, this shouldn't even had
Right.
made it, but it's here it is today, and it's doing good. You know what I mean? Like,
That's great advice.
yeah,
For sure, for sure. Like, when you people will also try to deter you away, cause fear because they don't want to see you win.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, like, you have Facebook, and then you got Twitter. Facebook, you could make a status, and that's what Twitter is, like, just making right. It's basically a writing platform. You know what I mean? But why the hell would somebody use Twitter if you could use Facebook already? You know what I mean? But there it is. Facebook, you can share pictures. Then you got Instagram. Why would people use that? But there it is being used. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, just do it. It's 100 water bottle companies. You know what I mean? So,
No, you really can argue with that. Like, that's so true. I'd be like, damn, there's so many other platforms and this and that, but there's so many, but there's still just way more many people that wants,
hmm
you know.
yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So where can people find your music?
On everything, like, or anywhere music could be played, that's where I'm at. Like, I had It Factor before I dropped the Pleasures All Mine. That's my first mixtape was It Factor, and I got Pleasures All Mine, and iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that shit.
And
So
you dropping visuals for your
visuals, yeah, I actually got another visual coming out. I was supposed to release it tomorrow, but I don't know. I might, or next week. I don't know.
I'll definitely be tuning in, sharing, posting, all that good
Yeah,
stuff,
definitely.
supporting, you know. So how can people find you on social media? What's your flags or
Ooday No Equal.
who they know equal?
Yep.
That's
Cross
OODAY.
DAY. Yep.
No equal.
Yep.
I appreciate you joining us, tapping in with us, and no matter what, every time we on anywhere we go, we're gonna support you.
Yeah,
And get you
definitely,
out
man.
there.
Definitely nice to connect.
You already know, and it's good because I'm in Florida, Europe, in New York, so it works. I
I've
appreciate
been
you.
to Florida a few times
See,
too.
you gotta come back down there.
Yeah.
Come to Miami, go to Tampa, Orlando. You get it in. Nightlife is crazy down there too.
I know.
So yes, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, comment, share, support him. Uday in the building. You already know. No equal. So yeah, that's your love. Thank you so much.
Ready.